Let's talk about PENGU. I'm going to do PENGU price analysis right now. I did talk about it a couple of weeks ago. I'll quickly show you here on X. Please follow me on X. You really want to. So I did a video December 23rd, okay, and this is talking about did you score the PENGU airdrop. So it is an airdrop token. I did an overview of price analysis, and I gave my take profit targets, basing it on if, this was the big thing, basing it on if it played out like uni. So in that video, I was talking about the following. That's Pepe. Don't worry about Pepe. Let's get to the PENGU price. Is that the one? That is the one that's on the daily. Let's take it to the 4 hour, I think is the best. So here's the PENGU price. What is PENGU, by the way? PENGU is Pudgy Penguins, the very, very famous. Am I even sharing the screen? No, I wasn't. Now I'm sharing the screen. All right. There's the PENGU price. Okay. And here's Pudgy Penguins. Pudgy Penguins, one of the most famous NFTs in existence. Okay. It's not going anywhere. The floor prices was like a couple of weeks ago, the floor price was at like 18F, something like that. Could be more at the moment. Not going to check right now. But they did an airdrop, okay? I was actually eligible for the airdrop. I never owned a Pudgy Penguin, but for if you traded crypto, if you're an OG, now I'm an extra OG. I'm like 2013 OG, but if you were in crypto in 2017, 2018, somewhere between 2017 to 2019, and you traded on the Ethereum network, decentralized, you're probably eligible, okay? So I checked one wallet address, just one, and I received a bunch of PENGU, okay? So I was eligible for the airdrop. You may be too if you're an OG 2017 to 2019 crypto person. Cool. It was available for people who traded on the Ethereum network and also on the Solana network as well. So go over to there, claim.pudgypenguins.com, see if you're eligible, okay? Pudgy Penguins, they're so large and they're so entrenched in the crypto world that they brought out their own token. Okay, really, do I need to say much more than that? I am bullish on Pudgy Penguin token. I'm bullish on PENGU. Okay, I won't go into any more of the fundamentals other than that. Mainly looking at the technical analysis price today. I will give my new take profit targets as well. So last time, and I'll actually show you here. That's the previous chart that I used, and I had a whole bunch of Fibonacci and blah, blah, blah. This is the one that we were talking about if the PENGU price played out like the uni airdrop. Now, the uni airdrop had a huge, let me see, uni right here. The uni airdrop had a huge move back down. Okay, it was about an 87% move from its opening price, not opening price, but its top there when it originally came out in the first day or week or whatever, right here, and then it had a 80% move. Give me 1 second. That's that. Sorry, wrong way. That was a rectangle. It was there down to there. Yeah, about an 88% move. So I was basing a potential low for PENGU based on if it played out like uni. Now that would have taken it to, let's see, let's go back here. That would have taken it to good morning, Stackers. Yeah, that's the weekly. Let's go back to the daily. That would have taken it down to right here. Thank you for your patience. Right down to around about there. Around about 1 cent was going to be your potential low. So I was talking, sorry, not 1 cent. Yeah, an 87% move. Let's go there. Let me show you. Thanks for your patience. Where did that go, you son of a bitch? Is that the price range? Yeah, okay. Right down to, yep, it was around, even lower actually. It was it's actually all the way down to about that 8 cent kind of mark. Okay, so basing it on if it did that, and I said, if a new low looks like it's going to be posted, if this looks like to be the new low or to the low is in, then I would do a new video, hence doing this one. So let's go to PENGU now. Definitely looks like, and we'll just quickly do some price action. This is the 4-hour time frame, priced in USD. Using the tradingview.com website, it's the Binance exchange price. So we're looking at around about 4 cents is where we're finding a little bit of resistance at the moment. Cool. What you'll notice is we did have that move. Okay, that was 7 cents. We had what I think definitely seems to be looking like, things can happen, but it seems like the low is definitely now there at your 2.2 cent mark. What gives me pause to believe that? The fact that we now back over this uptrend line. That's the clear one for me. Well, a couple of things. Number one, we had this move down. Okay, so there would be room to move down. If we had have found resistance here at basing it on this high and this low, if we had have found resistance here and then ticked back over, something like that, and I would say, geez, maybe the low isn't in yet. You could come down to here and then head down to that sort of that lower area that we had been talking about in the previous video. The fact that we closed back above the 3.5 cent line, that was the first good sign. The second excellent sign is the fact that we're back above this trend line right here. On the 1 hour time frame, we made a play for it. Trendline analysis works, man. Technical analysis is a thing. Look, that point there, that formed this uptrend line, and gee, what do you know? We found almost basic resistance. If I do that, it'll probably line up a little bit better. Give me one moment. Oh yeah, it's a little bit better. Now that goes better through that point right there, right? Resistance, support at that 0.236. So this was the kicker for me to think, I think the low is in, okay? I needed confirmation for it to rise back above this uptrend line. It does need to hold as support, but clear resistance there, a breakup, clear resistance at that uptrend line right there, but then we found support at the 0.236 from the high and this low, okay? That said, that's very interesting. We're finding support there, that giving really good credence for that being the low at the 2.2 cent mark. Then I woke up overnight. Overnight, because I'm in Melbourne in Australia. The price had a lovely pump. So I woke up this morning and checked the prices as I do, and beautiful move. Okay, so we're over this trend line. We hit a high of around about 4 cents, and then we're just consolidating a little bit. So it's looking very good for PENGU. I'm going to say 99.99% sure that the low is now in for PENGU, and that is the airdrop low. Now, because it's an airdrop token, it means a whole bunch of people got a whole bunch of free shit. Okay, and some people who own Pudgy Penguins NFTs, you're talking about people who got an airdrop that was worth hundreds of thousands, if not some people $1 million or possibly more. If you are a PENGU fanboy, if you're a PENGU holder right now, if you're an NFT Pudgy Penguin holder, etc., tell me, what kind of airdrop did you get? Leave a comment below right now in the X live chat, if that's a possibility that you can do that, or jump onto YouTube and find the stream and then post a comment by now. Did you get an airdrop of PENGU, and how much? If you can give it away, was it a really decent amount? Let me know right now. So free tokens, man, that's what's going to happen. People get stuff for free. It's going to have a quick sell-off, but that's looking like the low now at 2.2 cents. Of course, nothing is financial advice. The price could tank from here for some reason, okay? But on balance of probability, it's looking very good. What would confirm it from 99.9% to 100%, that little extra? Breaking and holding above this line, which I'm now going to call, and this is what I do when I do my technical analysis. I use simple lines of support and resistance. I use trend lines, and I use Fibonacci, and that's pretty much it. What you're going to get from me right now, I'm going to pop in some horizontal lines talking about my getting interested, my getting excited lines. I'll talk about my final hurdle lines, and also pop in my take profit targets. So let's take a look at that now. So if I will pretend like I am in PENGU, okay, I have a small leveraged position on Bybit. It's a 4 times leverage and a small amount. I've got a very low liquidity price, so I'm comfortable to ride it. And now I'm back in profit at the moment, so that's good. But I'm going to treat this like I was getting into it for the first time. What were the levels that I would need to look at to go, okay, this is looking promising. Okay, so let's do some of that. So right here, if I were wanting to get into PENGU for the first time, this would be my getting interested line. I'll also call it now the line in the sand that we don't want to cross. So that is at let's call it 3.4 cents. 3.4 cents. This is in USD, by the way. I'll call it getting interested / line in sand. Okay, line in sand. Okay, now we're back over there, so that's great news. Okay, so if I were looking to get into it the first time, I say, we're back up here. I'm now getting interested in PENGU. I might look at taking a small position. So that's the first level. Now, I would say if we start closing days, more so weeks and months below 3.4 US cents, back below here, you start not spiking, but closing below, understand? Then I go, oh, yeah, okay, I'm starting to get a little concerned. Okay, that's just my line in the sand for me. Your area might be different. You might pop it down here at about 3.2 cents. You might wait for the low here at 3 cents. That's your call. For me, I'm going to leave it at 3.4 cents. You do you, and you tell me if you have a differing opinion, and be polite about it. Let me know why. But my final 100% confirmation that this is like definitely the low. Okay, I'm pretty much all there, but it's right here. Okay, it's a little bit of a jump, 3.4 cents to about, that's 4 cents. Let's call it 4.1 cents. That is what I'm going to call my getting excited line. Okay, that's there for me. Okay, so we'll call it 4 cents even. Can we call it that? Is that cool? 4 cents getting excited. Okay, as I said, if you're watching for the first time, doing PENGU price analysis, I will give you my personal take profit targets as well. So if you were someone who is not in PENGU at the moment and thinking, okay, Joe, that looks interesting, I might get into it, what you might consider doing is the following, not financial advice. Hey, you might want to get in here because you might be confident, yeah, that looks like the area for me. I am confident that as long as we don't cross below here and close below here, I'm cool to be in PENGU right now. If you want to be a little extra conservative, what you would consider doing is waiting for the following. Let me just pop that in. What you really want to see for extra confirmation is once you break out of a major trend line, you often come back to retest it. I'm expecting a retest of here in the next 24, 48 hours, okay? A definite retest. I would like that to hold, please, and that would probably coincide with coming down to here at around about your 3.8 cent US mark, okay? So what I'm expecting, I could be wrong, but expecting something like that. You want this to hold as support. I want to see that break 4 cents and then hold that as support. You do something like that. At that point right there where you break it, that is very, very positive. That's kind of basically go time. For PENGU, it's probably been go time since, all the way down here, but you've got to balance your risk and reward. Get it? Got it? Good. So that's the getting excited line at 4 cents. Let's assume now that we do that. What are my take profit targets? Now, let me be very clear with you from here. My take profit targets do not mean that I believe it's topping out at these levels for 2025. What I'm saying is my personal take profit targets where I will look to take some profits along the way. I will keep a bag up my sleeve in case it goes absolutely hog wild, okay? So this is me. This is talking about being conservative. Are you waiting for the perfect time, for the perfect peak? No, because you'll never pick the perfect peak. If you do, you got lucky, son. So here's what I would do. So I'm doing my final hurdles. I'm going to do my final hurdles for, I would call that, it's my getting excited line. And I would also call that I'll call it right here. I think 4.6 cents is, no, I'm going to call it here, getting excited. I'm also going to pop that in. I'm going to call that final hurdle, higher prices coming. Higher price. So it's basically the same thing. Getting excited means the final hurdle for higher prices. Okay, now I want you to understand this is different to my final hurdle for new all-time highs. Okay, so if when we crack above 4 cents, that's me saying, geez, I'm really confident that we're going to at least have a decent move somewhere between here and the previous all-time high. Now, where's the final hurdle for new all-time highs where I'm confident that, oh no, we're going to break the all-time high and then make new all-time highs? Get it? I put it here at a key Fibonacci level of 0.786. It's from a key all-time high and a key all-time low. I believe that's the key now. They're not all-time low, but I believe that that's now the key low. So I'm basing it from here and here, and that is at 6 cents. So that is my final hurdle for new all-time highs coming imminently. Okay, let me just pop that in, 6 cents. Final hurdle, new all-time highs. Okay, final hurdle for new all-time highs. Cool. I'm not saying it's peaking there. Please understand, okay? I'm just saying I need to see it break and hold above there, not spike. What do we say about spikes? Spikes mean shit. It's where things close at, okay? So what I want to see is that, and then, it'll watch out for these in-between Fibonacci lines that might act as certain areas of support and resistance, maybe. Okay, I want to see this. Ignore the time frame, by the way. I'm just doing the price, okay? I need to see that and that. That tells me, oh yeah, we're going to break this all-time high. Probably not a double top. Double tops can happen, bear that in mind. But you break and close above there, it's looking very good. I personally feel that dead cat bounces or relief rallies happen at the 0.786. Many people say it happens at the 0.618. No, I've seen it many, many times in history in all kinds of assets where it fakes you out. And it does something like this, where it goes, here's the lows in, where, man, it's back. Look, it's back over the 0.618. It's back over this 5 cent mark. We are onwards and upwards and breaking all-time highs. And then it fakes you out here and does that. I've seen that in so many different assets that I personally am more conservative. I've used the 0.786. So that's my final hurdle for new all-time highs. Let's assume now and we do that and we make new all-time highs. Where are my take profit targets for me for PENGU? Okay, understand that I am in PENGU I'm in PENGU between here and here, right? My average cost is between here and here. I'm not buying up here, okay? I want to take profits off the table. Why? Because I have a family, I want to get rich and all that jazz, and you don't go broke taking profits. ATP, always take profits. For me, I favor. Now, this is where the fanboys, and I love fanboys, it's a complimentary term, it's not a derogatory term, but this is where the fanboys might go, your take profit targets are shit, man. They are so low, it's going to 10 bag from here. It's 100 times token. Yeah, you may be right, but it's all about making some money, okay? My take profit target is going to start, my major one, okay, is going to be somewhere between the 2.618 and the 4.236. So it's somewhere between 15 cents and 22 cents. That's what I use. You may disagree, and that is you. We may never even get there. But I do find that the 2.618, anywhere between there and the 4.236 from a significant high and a significant low, can be an area of major resistance once you break a previous all-time high. So that is for me, okay? You do you. If you disagree, please let me know politely. And understand, this is on the 1 hour time frame. So this is going to give me pause to believe we could go much higher, okay? But I am just going to do taking some profits off the table, okay? I'll put this in right there. That is, call it 15 to, if we call it 14 to 23, just to give it some safety, okay? 14 cents to 23 cents profit taking area, okay? And I'm going to call that major profit taking area for me personally, okay? Always leave some in the bag for an absolute shoot, okay? We'll talk about the higher prices in just a second. So that's the major profit taking area for me. Is that my first take profit area? No, it is not. Let's do the TP1s and probably the TP2s, and then we'll do the major profit taking areas. Again, for me, you may disagree, and that's okay. My average price is down here. So let me ask you a question. It's a very leading question. If your average price, just say average price is around about around about here, okay? Let's say it's there. Are you telling me that if you get to the final hurdle, would you take a little bit off the table? Maybe. Look, to be honest, that's only a 61% gain. Okay, so that's a fair point. Let's say you break the all-time high and then you start getting up to around about your 1.618 Fibonacci level from this old high and this old low. If your average buy-in price is around about here, okay, are you telling me you're not going to take some profits off the table when you more than double your money? No, you're not telling me that. You're like, yeah, of course, Joe, I'm going to do that because I'm smart and I'm going to take at least my initial investment out because that's what you do. I don't always do that. You don't always do that. We don't live in a perfect world. But come on, man. At, let's say, 170%, I personally will be looking at taking a little bit off the table, maybe my initial at the 10, what's that? It's the 10 cent mark as well. It's the psychological value of 10 cents, okay? Fibonacci is bloody fantastic. So I'm going to go TP1, 10 cents. TP1. 10 cents. Now, again, I'm basing this on me and my rough average price. Your average price may be lower. Don't forget, you may still own PENGU airdrop tokens that you didn't pay for in the first place. So you're just free riding from zero, okay? 10 cents, that's going to be initial investment. That's for me, okay? Initial investment takeout. Cool. That's my plan. Will I stick to the plan? I don't know. I'll have to see what the message of the market is telling me. Okay, so that's right there. That's a 170% move. So that's my personal take profit one. Now, this is actually quite different to other crypto, whereas you might see another crypto that I'm looking at, and we'll look at a few others in the second half of the show, where my average might be down here, and I'm taking profits before the previous all-time high. With PENGU, it's such a new token that I'm quite confident it's going to break the all-time high in this crypto run if we continue. So I'm going to wait to at least that 170% move, take my initial investment out, and then I'm just free riding the rest, okay? So to give you another example, oh, by the way, I have airdrop tokens. I'm talking about the tokens that I purchased extra with leverage. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So my airdrop tokens, I've still got, I'll hold them, whatever, it was free, I don't care. I'll hold them to, higher prices. Why wouldn't I? Okay, this is just talking about the stuff that I've added to. Cool. So let's do this again. Let's just talk my major profit taking area. What's that? That is a 280% move. Okay, are you telling me you're not going to take more profits at around about a 280% move? Yeah. I think I would. So I'm going to take some major profits. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I might leave like 30% in the bag, something like that. But that's for me. Okay, you might be different. Let's talk higher prices now. Now I'm going to base this mainly on what can crypto do in a crypto bull run. Okay, are you telling me that it couldn't? You're not telling me. Let me ask the question in a different way. If we pumped 500% from my initial rough average, let's say it's from around about here, is that unreasonable to pump 500% in a major crypto bull run, which it looks like we may do in 2025? All signs point to yes, says the Magic 8 Ball. Yeah, your token can pump 500% easy. Okay, so let's do 500%. All right, what does that take it to? From around about here-ish, let's say it's around about there. Okay, whatever. 500%. Okay, 500% is at the top end of the major profit-taking area. Yeah, so anywhere between here, that was the bottom end, by the way. That was at 14 cents at your around about your 280, 300% move. And then a move to the top end of the major profit-taking area is a 500% move for me. I will be taking a very decent amount of profit at around about that 23 cent mark. I will leave some in the bag, 20 to 30% maybe in my investment bag, the one that I added. Plus I've got my airdrop tokens as well. I have taken out my initial investment. I've made profit up in here as well. So I'm free riding. It's all gravy. Now let's talk about the potential even higher prices than that. Are you saying that we can't 10 times from here on a brand new token which is attached to a incredibly famous NFT project, one that has a lot of meme share in the NFT world, okay? A lot of mind share, I should say. Yeah, it can 10 bagger not surprisingly. Am I saying it's going to go 10 times from here? No, but it can. So let's take a look. Where was that? Does that match up with any Fibonacci levels? So a 10 bagger from around about here. Okay, what's that? 10 bagger, that's about your 37 something cents. That's a 10 bagger. Okay, that's at around about 40 cents. Cool. I'm happy to hold some and, have a 10 bagger from here. That is completely fine. Again, I've got my airdrop tokens, plus I'd be taking out, I'd still be free riding some after taking some major profits there in PENGU. Now, your fanboys are probably going, again, that's a complimentary term, you fanboys are going, PENGU to $1. Yep, PENGU could go absolutely to $1 in this run. I'm not saying it is, but geez, this is the daily time frame, by the way. This is just open. Let me show you here, okay? This is the daily time frame. This is the weekly. It's only been out for a couple of weeks, okay? PENGU to $1, very bloody easy. Okay, let me pop that. Okay, in a major crypto run, you telling me PENGU can't get, like, attached to a famous, world famous NFT series, it can't get to $1? Okay, psychological value. All right, so $1 psych value. That's whatever. I don't care. Let's go. Whatever. Big value. I'm not gonna. It's called psychological value, but big mind share value. That makes no sense. Big value. Trying to put in psychological. Can't spell it right now. So $1. Very simple. Does it match up? Don't worry about the Fibonacci. So the short answer is, let me get rid of all of that. And I'll do that, and I'll do that. So these are my take profit targets for, I'm going to move that to around about here. Geez, when I look at this, okay, this 14 to 23 cent mark, because this is just a pretty brand new token, airdrop token, even in the first quarter of 2025, man, you could hit that 14 to 23 cent mark. You could get that 300 to 500% move in the first quarter. By March, no problem. That's all the way up here. $1 PENGU is very, very doable. However, these are my take profit targets. I don't know where PENGU is going to peak, and neither do you. So if you're just like me and you like to win and you like to take profits, these are my areas here. So final sort of roundup. And let's do that. 3.4 cents is your getting interested. It's your line in the sand. We're over that now, so it's looking really positive for PENGU. My 100%, basically, nothing's 100%, but 99.99%, getting excited, final hurdle for higher prices to come is at that level right there at your 4 cent mark. Let me just move that. So that's there. There we go. Close enough for jazz. Cool. My final hurdle for new all-time highs is if we close, not spike, but close weeks, close months preferably, above 6 US cents. That tells me you're closing above 6 cents, man, we're going to break the all-time high. My take profit one for me to take out my initial investment at 10 cents. I'll take some more profits here between 14 to 23 cents, and I'm riding the rest, baby. And $1 PENGU, that's doable, okay? Let's check, though, what kind of percentage move is that? From here, roughly, that is let's look, it's a 2,000% move. It's nothing like a 100 bagger. You can easily 100 bag in a new token in a bull run that's attached to a very famous NFT series. $1 PENGU, very doable in a big crypto bull run. Again, for a very famous NFT, all that. But those are my take profit targets. I will free ride the rest. And if it gets to $1, mate, I will take some more profits along the way. And that's what I would suggest that you do, not financial advice. Please take profits along the way. Take out your initial investment. But if you have airdropped, let me go back here. If you have, I'm really blown out with that. If you have, what the blazes is going on there? Give me 1 second. Let me do that and let me adjust. Lovely. If you have received a PENGU airdrop, look, it's all gravy. You have put nothing into it. Okay. Now, what you did put into it was all you were in the trenches in 2017 to 2019 if you were trading crypto back then. So take some profits. It was free money, okay? But don't write it to zero. Take some profits along the way. So those are my take profit targets. Even if you have just purely airdropped and you haven't put any initial investment or extra investment into Pengu, take some profits around those areas. Why wouldn't you take some profits on something that you got for free? Okay. But again, I say free because, you're in the trenches during OG 2017, 2018, or you own a Pudgy Penguin. Good on you. So that's Pudgy Penguins and my take profit targets. Let's do some shout outs and then we'll talk about the crypto market in general.